with your host, Sean Myrie. You might, well, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. You see the title, What Happened to the Real? Why I call it that, What Happened to the Real? I'm talking about, are you a real person? Everybody's real in the physical. But especially nowadays, a lot of people are fake. I don't know if it's the social media, what got to people, if people are just, and I'm talking mostly men too. There's women too, but I'm going to start with the men. I don't know if it's the social media, what they're eating, making them more feminine in their feelings, more emotional, um, whatever it is. Like, there's hardly any real people nowadays. A lot of people are scared to express themselves. A lot of people are like taking their position, I guess, whatever. Like they don't really like somebody, but they will chill with them or claim they're cool with them just for the benefits, right? Um, there's a lot of women. I could talk about the women. There's a lot of women nowadays going with men they're not attracted to. They don't really like them. They only go for them because of material and money, right? Basically, materialistic. They don't like them. They don't really love them. They just love the money. So they're fake. That's called being fake. There's even men nowadays, they do similar things. They will like, pretend to like people only if it's going to benefit them. I call those people users. So, what happened to the real? I think times has changed and people accept certain things what wasn't accepted before. Like for example, back in the day, if you're a person who likes to do like certain type of narcotics like cocaine or something like crack, you're looked down on, right? In certain cultures or made fun of. Now, fast forward to 2025, it's not the same. Like, a lot of people are addicted to certain like narcotics like crack more than ever. And some people are showing you that they're not scared. There's no shame in it, right? There's no shame. But I guess that's being real, if you want to call it. I'm saying, that's being real. But yeah, there's a lot of fakeness going on. It's going on everywhere around the world, but especially places that have the access to social media because people will put up a certain image or way uh, they want people to think they are, but they're really fake. Especially in, I'm not going to say my culture, but people who may look like me. I'm talking about black people in my city. A lot of people are fake. I'm going to straight say it. Like they will pretend they're cool with you. They will, I guess, use you for what you got, right? When you're hot and go on to the next person. I see it, man. Trust me. The devil is real. There's a lot of fucking fake people in Toronto. I'm not scared to say it. There's a lot. Let me say it again. There's a lot of fake motherfuckers in Toronto. You know who you are. Fake. You ain't real. You claim you might think you are, but you're fake. So yo, like you just gotta be smart and wise who you're around. That's why I keep my circle small, real small for a reason, right? Because and I'm gonna get the little bit graphic. A lot of nigga them, I'm gonna call it. They're weirdos. A lot of them are weirdos, man. Straight up. Since I started this social media, like being on, I never used to like social media. Maybe that's for a reason. I hated social media. I used to criticize social media from before when Facebook just started, right? But you know what? I like the genre, if you want to call it the podcast. I like news. I used to watch a lot of news podcasts from when it started. So here I am. But since doing this media shit, especially coming where I'm from, I used to hear about the Screwface Capital. I used to hear crabs in a bucket, but fuck, it is bad, man. There's a lot of devils, or what you want to call it, around, right? So you gotta sometimes act a fool like them. There's a lot of motherfuckers who don't want to see you reach to a certain level. They will blackball you. They will talk bad about you. I'm talking about men, like bitches. They will talk bad about you, have a campaign, but undercover. Trust me, a lot of these guys go on like bitches, man. I don't know how they're raised, but I was raised by two parents, right? Two parents. And I don't know. I find a lot of these guys have like these feminine traits, man. Straight up. They're like some bitches. Very emotional. They ain't real. There's people who are real, but there's a lot of fake motherfuckers, and people think they're real, right? There's a lot of fake people out there, yo. In the world, everywhere, but I'm talking especially locally. Cause I seen people who had beefs in the city, beef. Then all of a sudden, they're talking. All good. It's good to have peace, but all of a sudden, they're good. It's kind of weird shit is going on, right? Like you had this big ass beef, big beef, and talking. I'm guilty of it a little bit because the social media shit. How does it go? Like, get what I mean? Like, fuck. I'm not. Let me take that back a little bit, but like people will be arch enemies online, and then it changes up. They're all good. They're all good all of a sudden. This is some weird shit. What kind of behavior is this? It's like people are on their period or something like that. Their hormones are changing. They're cool, and then they're enemies hard, and then they're cool, and then they're enemies again. This is strange shit. This is strange stuff, man. It makes me almost don't want to even do this. Like, you ain't gonna make, no one's forcing me out, but as a man getting older, it makes me almost don't want to even do this shit anymore. Straight up, like, yeah, me and my brother build this platform, but fuck, a lot of you are some fake motherfuckers, yo. There's a lot of fake guys or fake ladies in the city, faker than makeup, yo. Trust me. A lot of you, especially the men, are feminine. And then the females, a lot of them think like, and it's not everybody. A lot of them think they're on top of the world, like there's some model and shit. Like, you get what I mean? Like no one could talk to them. And I ain't seen them go nowhere outside of the city. I mean, like getting recognized. There's some crazy shit going on right now. A lot of people ain't real. They're fake. It's just for the gram. It's just for the social media. But if you see me, I'm real in flesh. I'm not taking back nothing. I'm for real, giving you the real. You get what I mean? But there's a lot of fake individuals in the city. All over the world, there's fake people. Real? To be real? Shit. Who's real? So limited. There's only a few that are real. Even the people who are doing the music, a lot of the people who, for example, in hip hop, being going talking about that they do this and they do that. When you look back, if you look back and someone exposes them, they're fucking fake. Look at Takashi. We all know people criticizing Takashi 69. We know he's fake, faker than plastic, right? And he tries to expose stuff. But he's a perfect example. He'll be talking all the shit on social media, Takashi, all the shit. But soon as his probation officer calls in when he was on live stream, he changes up, he transforms, yo. He transforms into like a little bitch. All of them do this, right? Like you're the one portraying that you're this and that. And then all of a sudden, so it's Hollywood, right? I understand the industry is Hollywood. Music and what's called acting is almost the same shit. So a lot of these guys who are writing these lyrics and they're getting it produced out there, and I don't know, I haven't heard people say this in a long time. And maybe there should be a disclaimer. There used to be with the physical that what they're saying is not real. It's stories, it's poetry. So a lot of people take that seriously, especially in the drill when the drill stuff became big. It's not real. It's not real. But a lot of people take it to be real, right? A lot of people died over this shit, even in Chicago, especially Chicago. People writing all types of lyrics, going back and forth with the drill stuff. I can't count how much people music, died over music because they want to be real, right? The realest guys, for example, in rap, they don't talk about nothing what too much. They're not always talking about it. Because why? Why would you want to incriminate yourself? In the recent years, they've been talking how they want to use that against people. They want to use the lyrics to incarcerate these artists, especially in the rap game, right? Look, what's his name again? Young Thug. He ain't real. Look how he is. He real? Is he really real? A lot of these guys, they flip and they rat out, or so-called what you call rat. They rat out whoever's involved in whatever they're doing. And in their music, they said they would never do that. In their music, they would say that they said they would never do that. But they're ratting. That's why Charleston White built a platform. The reason Charleston White, well, he does have his mouthpiece, why he's popular, because as much as you hate him, he's not telling nothing. He's not saying nothing wrong, Charleston White. He's exposing shit. So yes, he says he's a snitch, or yes, he's trying to just get the algorithm, getting people mad, but he's talking the truth. What It's a pill hard to swallow. You might not like him, but he's talking a lot of truth mixed with madness. So it's a mixed message. He's telling you the truth. So what is real? Who is so-called real? You've seen this guy, for example, Charleston White, expose people who who are rappers who say they're this and that. And yo, when you look it up, these guys are fake. There's a lot of fake shit going on in the industry, acting and music. Who's smoking? Yeah. Stop smoking what? Bless up, bless up. Yeah, there's a lot of fake people. A lot of fake people. They ain't real, right? They ain't real. Home and abroad. Social media made it worse. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the real. Who's real and who's fake, right? For example, a lot of people use nicknames because they want to hide the real name, right? Because the real name is the real person. The nickname is the character they're making up. So that shows you that Don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, that shows you the real, right? That shows you the real. What I'm talking about is being real. If you ain't talking about that, I'm not even recognizing you or acknowledging what you're saying, right? I don't know what you're saying, man. Either way, like I said, there's a lot of fake people out there in the universe, and they're trying to act like they're real. That's why a lot of people have nicknames, because they don't want people to know who they really are. Who are you? Could you stop messaging? Subscribe. Like I'm saying, this could be a fake person too. There's a lot of them. Agents on the internet watching. Could be a fake person too, because they don't even know what I'm talking about. First they say stop smoking. No one's smoking, right? And they're talking about other stuff. This is funny, man. This is jokes, man. No time for you. But yeah, this could be, like I said, a fake person. A fake person. You get what I'm saying? Not real. Just trolling for a reaction. Trolling for a reaction. Right? Like right now, for example, they're saying stop smoking. No one's smoking. This is jokes, man. The internet is crazy, I tell you. Right? It's about 12:12 midnight, right? So they must watch content, some of my content. And yeah, I do smoke. I smoke the weed, and it's legal in Canada. What do you do? Do you eat pork? What do you eat? A lot of sugar? Stop eating meat. Do you eat meat? Stop eating it. You tell me about stop smoking. You probably do all types of stuff I don't even know about, if you're even real. But like I'm saying, a lot of people are not real nowadays. A lot of people are faker than ever. And social media is a tool that you can use to do it. It's like acting. And people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Yeah, social media, you can make up any character you want. Now they got AI. Fuck, it's more faker than ever. Who is real nowadays? They got AI artists, AI music they want to push. Imagine that. No real artists, but they want to push this AI stuff, right? It's kind of crazy. Like I said, a lot of people these days are fake, especially when you're talking about where you're from. And part of the reason is technology, social media, right, has transformed that. But social media knows the algorithm. When you're talking to realness, right, they will filter it out because it's too real. That's why, for example, on TikTok, certain content can't go viral. If you're dancing like a clown, if you're dancing to the music, if you're PG, you could go viral. If you dress in a costume, you could go viral. But if you're talking about anything with information, no, no. See, right now, they're filtering out the system. They know what they're doing. It's Thursday right now. Thursday morning, early Thursday morning. They know what they're doing when how they filter the system. So on YouTube, you got to share as much as you can, because when you talk the real shit, that ain't gonna be going too far. Mm-mm, nah, that don't go too far. But like I said, if you talk about a celebrity, you put a celebrity's picture up in the thumbnail, it's entertainment. So entertainment will go a little bit more. Like entertainment, you'll see the algorithm. But if you're doing education, depends what you're putting out there, what knowledge you're putting out there, right? Most likely, if you're talking about the system, the government, inf- informing people, they're not gonna make that go through, right? They're not gonna make that go through. This episode is kind of controversial because what I talked about earlier about what's real. And like I said, there's a lot of fake people nowadays. Even when you go to a job or your workplace of employment, you got to be fake with people, man. You can't be real with people. You basically have to lie about your opinions about things. You cannot tell people about how you really feel. So basically, if you try that, you might just get fired. You might, it just won't be good. So you kind of have to, everybody almost has to play fake. Shit. There's different levels of it. But when you go to your place of employment, you can't talk the same way you talk at home or with your friends, right? So it's better off you don't even talk. You don't even say nothing. If you want to be real to the bone, when you go out there in the world and you're doing a service, if you're working for people, you got to be fake. You can't tell them the real, because if you tell them the real, your opinions may offend people, and that could make you wind up in a bad position, right? It could limit you from getting into certain things because they'll blackball you. They said that guy, he complains a lot, or you know, he's too rebellious. So you got to be fake if you want that job. You got to be fake sometimes to impress a girl or vice versa, right? Damn, you got to do a lot of shit, man. Being real is the toughest thing to do. Being real, you're going to get backlash. Yeah, being real, you'll get backlash, man. You got to be fake. You got to be a clown. You got to be a joker. I seen people online act one way, and behind the scenes, there's something else. I've seen it doing this content for a couple years. You see them one way online, but behind the scenes, they are something else, I tell you. Yeah, I could read it good. My pops taught me good. I could read a lot of fake motherfuckers easily. That's why a lot of them are scared of me being in any room with them, because I could read their ass very quick, especially if they don't make eye contact. Yeah, right? Especially if they don't make eye contact. You could read them. But like I said, on this platform, they have something called Gemini. It's probably been around already. And that is AI to detect the subject matter, what's being talked about. Yeah, that is available for real. AI censoring what is going on. So I already know that they watch these platforms. So if it's not something what they feel they want out there, like I said earlier, it ain't getting out there. But like I said, a lot of people are fake than ever, and social media has made it that way. being fake or helped that. Yeah, social media has helped that 100%. Right? Right now, it's like I said, morning time where I'm at. Um, West Coast people is a little bit earlier. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. A lot of people say, yeah, I support you too. But really, they don't support you, man. Because if they're not benefiting from you and they have used you, what else do they need you for? Until they see something. See? Until they see you with something valuable, then these fake people come around. Yeah. The real people, though, even if they see you with something valuable and they're real, they don't give a shit what comes around. They just keep it real. You see what I'm saying? Real people keep it 100. Fake people who went in and out, when they see you with something, they'll jump all of a sudden. They'll want to jump on the bandwagon. Seen it before. Trust me. But yeah, there's a lot of people who are fake in these days, faker than ever. We got to be careful out there, men and women. It's a lot of fake, even just with the physical, man. You don't even know what's a man or a woman nowadays. That's another thing, because people are playing roles too. You don't know what's a man or you don't know what's a woman. It's a very confusing time. Yeah, because there's people they're playing a role. They're playing a role, a lot of different roles. But bless up. Please subscribe, like, comment.